It's the Dad Bod Project podcast. We're with Collingwood Premiership player and now Hawthorn player. That sounds weird already, doesn't it? Jack Ginnivan. Welcome, mate.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We are, just for those that are listening and not and can't see the vision, we're walking along the street with your dog Uno.
Uno, yes.
Yeah, he's picking up the pace a little bit. Uno is 7 months?
Yeah, 7, 8 months. She's starting to get pretty big. She wasn't that long ago. She was just a little baby and running them up, but she's good now.
Are you a single man or you've got a girlfriend now?
Yeah, got a girlfriend taken.
Oh, the reason I ask, mate, is that if you don't, this dog is a conversation starter if ever you needed one.
Yeah, 100%.
A nice little segue into grabbing a coffee. Did you watch the Beckham thing?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Right, so you see the fucking media pile on steroids there, right?
Yeah, it's interesting. When I watched that Beckham interview, obviously the extent of mine was not to his extent, but probably in Australia it was. Obviously he's just 10,000 times worse, but that feeling of just being worthless and just like not feeling great and is a horrible spot to be in, and when people make you feel like that, it's not the best thing either.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the amazing organisation that is Red Nose and what drove you and your experience to be involved with it.
As you said just before, I come from having been through lived experience of losing my third child, Ben, to SIDS.
We're with Sean Millis, and Sean is an Aussie-based singer with one of the more remarkable backstories you're going to hear, but then in the last 3 months has been part of a social media explosion that is as spectacular as you're ever going to hear. Sean, welcome to the Dad Bod Project podcast.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's beautiful to be here.
You get these awful comments on your post, and then a bloke that you may have heard of called Chris Hemsworth writes a comment, just says, everyone, pull your head in, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's was another real sort of fork in the road moment for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I didn't expect him to do it, and it was a really nice gesture.
The other great thing about you and your bestie Chris Hemsworth is you are in a movie with him. You're in a Mad Max movie, and that's coming out soon.
Having my first movie with Chris Hemsworth it doesn't get much better than that, and he is one of the most genuine and just like really good guys.
Can you talk to us about this? Is this a learnt skill, or is this something that, we can just expect our children to be born with? How does it work?
We'd lovely if they were all just born with the capacity to share, but let's face it, that isn't always the case.
So we're not going to talk about your career, mate. We're not going to talk about footy. We won't mention how you kicked the most.
Am I good for something else, am I?
Well, we'll find out. But, we won't mention that you kicked the most accurate season in the history of VFL AFL football.
That's true. That is true.
150 years of the game. That's a fact. Look it up, kids.
Yeah.
Someone of your esteem and profile, mate, to just sit at your house and have a yak about real-world issues for men in their 30s and beyond, regardless of what they've done or where they're going. What brought you here?
I've seen some mates go down one path, some go down another path, and, I'm trying to be as healthy as I can. A lot of still, you'll have your slip-ups from time to time, but I'm trying to be healthy in the body and mind, and it's a challenge. It is. Yeah.
Indeed it is. You're right. We're 2 weeks apart in age. We're both from Northern Tassie. I think you're a slightly better footballer than me, I think. How many games did you play?
You're a better singer, though.
I haven't heard you sing, mate. I don't know if that's true.
Did you enjoy the show?
Absolutely fantastic. Imagine getting on a plane, spending all that money, sitting on your bottom for 15 hours to get to Las Vegas. It's right here now.
One of Melbourne's favourites. What did you think of the show?
I think everyone had a wonderful time, and of course with my dear friend and colleague Alan Rascal on stage as well. It was just magnificent.
Alan, you absolutely killed it tonight. What's the feeling in the room?
It was really good. What a great feeling. What a great crowd. Everyone was pumped, which is just what we need, because we need to feed off the vibe of the crowd. It's a two-way street.
And any words of wisdom from the captain tonight?
Or the love boats.
So what did you think of that flamboyant fellow, Gino, on stage tonight?
Was that guy that was bald?
Yeah.
Had a bit of a 5 o'clock shadow?
Yes.
Was wearing a goldish kind of jacket?
Correct.
Yeah, look, he needs a bit of work. Tell you what, he's not a good dancer, but he had some great shoes.
Can we get your best Viva Las Vegas on the count of 3?
All right, here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Viva Las Vegas. I really need to hear myself, mate. I need some headphones, mate.
And so, Lexi, what about phimosis?
What it means is there's ballooning of the foreskin when the child... Sorry.